The government now requiring more food labeling. Starting in 2012, fresh meat and poultry packages will contain nutrition information. Washington is trying to crack down on obesity. Nothing wrong with that. Except since labeling started in 1993, the obesity rate for America has gone up, way up. John Stossel says now meat prices are going to get beefed up. He is the host of Stossel on the Fox Business Network. Are you anti-labeling? Because I know you're anti-obesity.
Yeah, obesity's bad, and labeling isn't so great either. And this is a small problem when you compare it to what you were just talking about with John Fund and the pension crisis. But the Agriculture Secretary says, look, it'll only cost less than half a penny per pound, but we eat 230 billion pounds of beef in America every year, so that's $1 billion. It adds up, and as you pointed out, it doesn't work. We keep getting more information, and we're getting fatter all the time. When will the government say, let's stick to what the Constitution requires us to do?
I would say it's not a small problem. The Milken Institute says obesity costs us $1 trillion a year in sickness and lost productivity. So what's wrong with throwing some, caloric information on a pack of beef?
Because it doesn't help. There's just no evidence that it's helped anywhere. Here in New York City, they now have a new rule in fast food restaurants. You must post all this information on the wall. So they do. And they interview shoppers and they say, oh, yes, I'm using this information to make healthier food.
But they don't.
Then they looked at the data. They showed people are eating, since they put the signs up, even more.
When we look at all the costs, and I hear your point about, oh, it's a penny here, it's a penny there, but so many prices are up. And you believe that this is just going to just rise up another cost. When we go to the store, our bill's getting bigger and bigger, along with our waistline.
Yeah, but again, it's just a fraction of a cent. It's $1 billion total. But the bigger threat is that we will stop paying attention to labels when the busybodies smear labels on everything. There are 41 warning labels on stepladders now. Don't go up here wearing wet shoes, or don't dance on it or something. It doesn't, because then you don't read the labels you ought to read.
$1 billion here, $1 billion there, it adds up. What's a little billion between friends, John? Let's talk about your program, Stossel, tonight on the very fine, I've heard of the Fox Business Network. I enjoy it.
Actually, tomorrow. The day is Wednesday, right?
Wednesday,
Thursday.
Right?
My program is tomorrow.
My brain is off by day. I blame the blizzard.
It's on charity, and I frankly have only recently come to give about 25% of my income to charity. For most of my career, I was a little bit cheap about it, but then I turned around and it started making me want to ask what makes some people give and other people be cheap? It's the season for giving, so who gives the most? The singer Bono says Americans are stingy.
It is the crumbs off our table that we offer these countries.
Is that true? Bono was talking about foreign aid, but people told us when it comes to charity, Americans are generally cheap.
I would say cheap.
I absolutely do not think Americans are charitable at all. Pretty much, I think a lot of us are self-centered and looking for what we can gain. And I think it comes from us being in a Republican society.
A Republican society? Is that why Americans are cheap?
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Let me ask people.
Who gives more to charity, Republicans or Democrats?
Democrats.
I think that the Democrats
I would say Democrats, too. They're more for, common people rather than wealthy, you know what I mean?
People probably believe that because Democrats say things like,
I think the government should give more and help more, too.
But in fact, the opposite is true, and people who say the government should do it are less likely to do it themselves. And in fact, conservatives give much more to charity than liberals and Democrats do. And Americans are not cheap. As a government, we give less as a percentage of our gross domestic product to other countries. But we add in individuals, we give more than anybody.
Democratic-leaning states give more to government charities, though, in the way of higher taxes.
I don't call those charities. I call that force. Charity is voluntary.
All right, always bringing the contrarian view. Tomorrow night, Thursday.